Alright, I'd like to introduce you to the newest shirt in Screw Attack apparel.
I thought we weren't supposed to make any new designs until we sold out of the old stuff.
Yeah, don't you worry about that. Anyway, let me present to you the brand new Top 10 shirt.
Isn't that just the 10-year anniversary?
New Top 10 t-shirt. Hey, click the link in the description and buy the brand new, not in any way old Top 10 shirt. If you don't, I'ma get eaten.
Welcome to part 2 of our top 20 Zelda items of all time ever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should probably click the link in the description below and go back and watch the first one before you keep going here. So without further ado, here's Screw Attack's top 20 Zelda items, 10 through 1.
Number 10.
Majora's Mask was a cool game, right? You travel through time, stop a moon with a scary face. I don't know why it has a scary face, but anyway, when you're not time traveling, you're land traveling, and there's no faster way to do it than with the Goron mask. You may not expect it from such a rotund physique, but no item in a 3D Zelda has given Link this much speed. So long as you've got a magic supply on hand, Link's Goron body will sprout spikes and shred through Termina. This mask also made for 2 of the game's most fun moments, the Goron race and the battle against Goht, the mechanical goat. Thanks, Goron mask.
Number 9.
Swimming gear is nothing new in Zelda. So many items give you new ways to explore underwater, whether it's a scale that lets you dive deep or a tunic that lets you breathe down there. But so far, nothing has been nearly as versatile as the ZORA mask. Whether you're walking on the bottom of the ocean, flying through it like Superman, or jamming on the guitar, the ZORA mask was definitely the best overall transformation in the game. You can even throw your fins like boomerangs. Scaly, fleshy, gross boomerangs. The Goron mask may have been fun for its speed and not a lot else, honestly, but the ZORA mask is a joy to use for pretty much every single other thing.
Number 8.
With all the neat weapons and gadgets in Zelda, it's pretty easy to overlook the simplistic bottles. But for real, these things are immensely useful. Of course, there's the stupidly obvious uses like catching bugs, carrying potions, and scooping up fairies, but have we forgotten that one time when Link crammed the Deku Princess into one? Bottles are secretly like portable TARDISes. Tardii? Now, I'm not saying that these bottles are indestructible, but I've also never seen one break. Think about it, how many times does Link get hit by bad guys? How many times does he jump off of cliffs? How many times does he smack Ganondorf's own magic right back at him using a bottle? These things are secretly amazing.
Number 7.
You can pretty much count on every Zelda game having bows and bombs, but which one takes the number 7 spot? Why not both? No, I don't mean that we're doubling up 2 items on one entry. I mean that bomb arrows are one of the most fun weapons in all of Zelda. The long-range accuracy of an arrow combined with the satisfying impact of an explosive makes it a total joy to use, even though they're usually pretty pricey to stock up on. But hey, sometimes the finer things in life don't come cheap.
Number 6.
Speaking of Zelda staples, boomerangs are also a must. For the longest time, they didn't do a whole heck of a lot besides probably, stun some enemies, but then came the best iteration yet, Twilight Princess's GALE Boomerang. This take on the classic Zelda item took the nifty multi-target lock-on thingy from Wind Waker, but made everything more tornado-y. With the power to create small natural disasters, the GALE Boomerang could do everything from pull bad guys in close, to cut ropes, to whoop some literal baboon booty. To this day, it's still the most sophisticated boomerang Link has ever wielded. And we want one.
Number 5.
As far as weapons that pack a lot of oomph, Ocarina of Time's Megaton Hammer might be the absolute oomfiest. Link to the Past's Magic Hammer? Technically, it's really strong, but it makes that little dink sound, which is the opposite of oomph, whatever that is.
Move this man!
Maybe it's because every impact shakes the earth, maybe it's because you use it to smash a dragon, but the Megaton Hammer is just so good at bringing out our primal destructive side.
Number 4.
There's one kind of Zelda tool that I think captured everybody's imaginations as soon as they saw what it was capable of doing. When I first saw Ocarina of Time's hookshot, I was amazed. It's like the world's most violent fishing rod. You hit a button which launches a spear-tipped chain that can stun enemies, pull stuff toward you, or pull you toward stuff. But what's better than one hook shot? Two hook shots. Or rather, it would be, but instead we got double claw shots in this case. In Twilight Princess, it's literally the exact same thing, only Link can now be Spider-Man. Whenever possible, kids, always be Spider-Man.
Number 3.
Musical instruments have a long history of being super useful in Zelda, but is there any as handy as the Ocarina of Time? No, there's not. What can't this thing do? It summons storms, calls your horse, calls your friend, teleports you around the world, advances time, rewinds time, turns dead guys into masks, and it makes fat rock people dance. Did I miss anything? No? I think I'm good.
Number 2.
Breath of the Wild brought us an item that you may not think too much about, but without it, you would be in absolute misery. Also, you wouldn't even be able to complete the game. Just like a real-life tablet, the SHEIKAH SLATE is your all-in-one thing-doer. It's even got apps, but you don't quite download them, you just kind of, drink them? How do you describe that? But anyway, these runes let you freeze water into ice, create explosive bombs, lift magnetic objects, and freeze things in time. That right there is more than enough to put it this high in the top 20, but then the SHEIKAH SLATE also serves as a map, teleports you around Hyrule, and wouldn't you know it, it's got a camera too. It's awesome that a recent entry brought us an item that left such an impression on us, but it still can't quite beat this classic.
It's number 1.
Come on, man, you saw the title of the video, you clicked on the thumbnail, you knew full well what had to be at the top of the list. Link is simply incomplete without a sword in hand, and in almost every single adventure from the past couple decades, it all leads up to the Master Sword. Look, you know I'm right. When you're talking about what the best Zelda item is, the Master Sword is simply the answer. And it's not just for its iconic design or its importance in the lore, or even the fact that you can't hardly beat a Zelda game without acquiring it somewhere. It's because of how we as the players feel when we at last uncover the Blade of Evil's Bane. The slow, dramatic buildup, the search, and the discovery of the most famous weapon is something no other item can compete with. And when we finally draw it out of its resting place, that's when we truly feel like the hero Hyrule needs. And that was our top 20 Zelda items. We don't really do a whole lot of top 20s, so let us know in the comments below if you want us to do more in the future and what you want them to be. Check out some other top 10s by clicking that playlist on your screen, and we'll see you for another top 10 next week.